Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are back in Warframe for another build, and this time we're gonna take a look at the bow prime. And as always, this is gonna be the Incarnon version of the weapon because it makes it actually quite good. Now, minor spoiler alert, this is another melee influence build because as usual for melee weapons, it's just one of the strongest ways to build them. It's also quite cheap, and yeah, this weapon is no exception. I do also have another build that I tried, which is quite fun to use, especially if you're using Frost, and that is one with melee Careen, so you can freeze enemies, and then you deal very high damage numbers. The thing is that the melee influence build is just better, so we are going for that one. Anyways, that's enough introductions for now, so let's jump into the build. Starting from the Incarnon evolution, the first one is the one that makes your weapon go into its Incarnon form, and it will grant you an additional 100% more melee damage, 4 meters of range, 50% heavy attack efficiency, 20% speed, and 20% parkour velocity. And to activate it, you have to reach 6x combo and then perform a heavy attack. This can be any form of heavy attack. It can be a heavy slam or just a normal heavy attack or whatever. Just use your heavy attack button and the weapon transforms into its Incarnon form. Then for Devolution 2, we have two choices, but honestly, I do feel that just using Stalwart Oak is the best choice, and that is because this one only activates the other part of the passive if you have more armor, but it does grant you more base damage, while Swordsman Flourish only gives you 30 base damage, and the passive is just more combo count chance, which usually is not that big of a deal, so I will totally just use this one instead of that, but it's up to you. If you do enjoy having the additional combo count chance, definitely go for Swordsman Flourish. So once again, my choice is gonna be Stalwart Oak because it grants me more damage. Then for the Evolution 3, we have 3 choices, and they are all quite good. This one grants you more movement speed. This one increases your base heavy attack efficiency and sets it at 20%, which is pretty cool. And this one grants you another half meter of range, which isn't that great, but it's more range, so it's always nice. But in my case, I'm going for the Speedy Boy option, so more movement speed, and that means I get 20% from here and another 20% from the first evolution. And the last and fourth evolution is going to be interesting because this one allows you to build for multiple things, and we have Absolute Dominion, which is more base status chance, and this is what I'm going to use for the melee influence build. Subtle Force is just not good. You can just skip this one. And the other cool one is going to be Flashing Bleed, that allows the bow to also have a 40% chance to apply slash on every impact status effect, and this includes even heavy attacks that inflict impact. So it's quite interesting, and it's what I'm gonna use for the second build. But yeah, for the melee influence, just increase your base status chance. It's just the best choice, and this is gonna be the melee influence build. You can use any of the stances you like, but it will require you a forma if you wanna change to Clashing Forest, so that's up to you. I also think that this one is just better because the combo we're going to use is going to be the Battered Thread, and the multipliers are just very high. Then any Tennokai mod you prefer, I just like Dreamer's Wrath because it grants me more chance to proc Tennokai and just makes the deal more crit damage. Galvanize Elementalist for more status damage and on melee kill more status chance. Blood Rush for 40% crit chance per combo multiplier. Voltaic Strike and Shocking Touch for more electricity and 60% more status chance. Quickening for more attack speed and 20% more combo count. I am using Prime Reach for 3 more meters. Galvanize Steel for more crit chance and also additional crit damage, stacking up to 4 times. And finally, Condition Overload for 80% melee damage per status type affecting the target. And as we said, we are going to use melee influence because whenever you activate the arcane by applying electricity onto enemies, you gain the ability to spread all the elemental types on your weapon to all enemies within 20 meters for 18 seconds. And that means we are spreading electricity to all the enemies within those 20 meters. And it's enough to kill pretty much, and I think it just deals so much damage. It's absolutely broken, and I kinda want to move on to other options, but this is still the best for most weapons. Now for the Careen build, it's actually very similar. I'm only changing 2 mods, and those are the electricity mods, and I instead went for Weeping Wounds for more status chance per combo multiplier, and Saxum Thorax, which grants you more impact and status chance, and lifted enemies will explode dealing damage, but that's kinda whatever. It's just an additional little thing. It's not gonna be that impactful, pun intended. And yeah, we're just gonna apply a lot of impact, and we are going to change our 4th evolution to the one that will transform impacts to slash. And by doing that, we now have a very high chance of one-shotting everything on a heavy attack, just because we have a chance to apply slash. And the chance is quite high because the puncture status chance is just very low, while the impact is incredibly high. And we're going to multiply all of this damage with melee Careen, which at rank 5 grants you 2.5 times more damage against frozen enemies, and by rolling you're gonna freeze all the enemies within 5.5 meters with a cooldown of 2 seconds. And that's really important because you want to wait for the enemies to unfreeze if you want to apply the debuff again, otherwise you're just gonna waste a 2-second cooldown and you might have to wait a little bit, so keep that in mind. Just roll every 2 seconds, maybe 5, it's not gonna be that big of a deal because you're gonna deal so much damage. And those were the builds, so let's now see them in action. As always, I'm gonna test against 20 corrupted heavy gunners level 230 with steel pelt modifiers, and this is gonna be the test one with the melee Careen build, which in my opinion is the one that's cooler, but it's definitely underperforming compared to melee influence. And the combo you want to use is just the forward E. That's just the best one, and since we're using the same stance for both of the builds, just this is what we're gonna use. It's not worth using the forward hold combo, just way too low and displaces enemies way too much, and the hold E is just really slow. So yes, forward E, that's the best one. And yeah, you're just gonna attack enemies, and whenever you have the tenor card, just use it and hope you get the slash proc from the 40% Incarnon evolution. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As long as you have some viral application, you're gonna be killing enemies a lot faster, but you usually see some very high slash procs which are gonna be able to kill enemies even without viral. But yeah, viral as always makes things better. And yes, this build does not look great right now, but believe me, with viral it becomes incredible. But now for the actually good one, and actually worthwhile using, which is of course the melee influence build. Same thing, we're just gonna forward E our way through enemies and activate our Incarnon form at 6x, at 6x combo. Yeah, it's the enemies are already dead, and that's it. And like, funny enough, I have seen them die from just one slide attack. So yeah, I mean there was 2, but like you can see that it's perfectly balanced, you know, just one slide attack or a couple or whatever, just gonna kill everything. Yeah, that's I mean, I love it because I love killing enemies really efficiently, but this is a bit too efficient, and yeah, it's broken. It's broken as fuck. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to showcase this, but I'm also gonna use my Panzer for some passive viral application, and that is thanks to viral quills, and if he happens to die to Panzer of Devolution. And we also gain 1.2x more final crit damage. He's able to spread statuses, he just strips armor, which is always nice, and just does everything we want. And this is the build I have on his claws. I have a full guide if you're interested on this pet on my channel, link in the top right corner of your screen. Alright, little Panzer, let's go see if we can showcase some viral. Although I have very low hopes because I think it's just gonna die at the same speed anyway, so... yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same, maybe like some bigger numbers, but that's it. It's just a broken weapon, okay? Just use it and hope D doesn't nerf it. Also, to add to the broken part, this weapon has 5 out of 5 ribbon disposition, so if you happen to have a ribbon or you wanna get one, which they are probably not that expensive, there we go, you have a max ribbon disposition, so the ribbon you're gonna get is going to be absolutely busted. So yeah, that is the Warframe. This weapon is old, but it's still kicking asses like it's 2016, and I love it. Now I'm gonna leave you guys to the showcase where I test this build for 5 minutes in a Grenade Steel Path Survival, so you can see how it performs in a more realistic scenario. If you enjoyed the build, remember to leave a like, and if you like my content, consider subscribe. I wish you a beautiful rest of the day. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye.
I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. We lost for tonight. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
be hell or a of knowing who